Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And no chance at a return here. Drive at their own 25. First down for this offense. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He wants to start this drive with a pass.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And you'd like to see the quarterback find his rhythm early. So far, so bad. 3rd and 10. Going to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They run the reverse. And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home, stays home, makes a great play for a loss. Outside
the pocket, lets it go. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
The give on the inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Collins. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Beck. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks, and the offense there lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Trying play action. Fires on the move. And that one's going to be knocked down, incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Going up top on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
Well, it's an electrifying run, and you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw. It's back. This time it's complete. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Set up for second and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And just saw one there on the crossing route.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fair catch, called for and made. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Dropping back, it's Leonard. They're trying to get to him. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets the...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Oh, it's a reverse. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance.
He's off to the races. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. On the move is the 30. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Back to throw, it's Leonard. He makes the connection. Plows through the defense. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They're going to run it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss.
Makes the catch on the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the air, it's Beck. Feeling some heat. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh no. That is an oh no situation.
He's going to fire deep. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Snap it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
With the catch, it's Love. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
So in the most crucial decision right now for the offensive coordinator, right? It's a 4th down that you've got to come up with. You're not in field goal range. You need this completion. Where is your best one-on-one matchup on the field right here?
He'll go up top. Maybe a deciding play here. Might be looking to run. Going to try to get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
They'll throw it on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this one in regulation. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Getting some heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late, and the defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on 4th down.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Dropping back, it's Beck. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Evans. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on first down. He's looking to throw it. He finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Direct snap. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the air on third and short. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Between the uprights, it's good. And now they take the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. The run to the left. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Offense now working in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted, a turnover in overtime. Got some room to run. The 50. Inside the 30.